Hey, is this me? I can't tell.
Yo, I'm here with the much anticipated album from the band Meshuggah, The Violent Sleep of Reason. This is their new album, came out October 7th, Nuclear Blast Records. It's their 8th album, the follow-up to 2012's Koloss. Meshuggah needs no explanation in the metal world. They are one of the most influential, legendary metal bands to ever exist. And there's nobody out there that sounds like Meshuggah. There's bands that try to sound like Meshuggah, but they're not Meshuggah. Meshuggah just rips people's balls off all the time, very violently, in the best way possible. So I was very much looking forward to this. I reviewed, the very first single they put out, Born in Dissonance, which I still think is one of the best songs on here. That song has a nice nice energy to it, and just a nice rhythm, just keeps it going almost the whole song. It's great. But I think this album starts off with what I think is an instant classic in the Meshuggah world, is the track Clockworks. That song is so good, and man, when it starts off, you just cringe at how heavy it is. How can something sound that fucking heavy? You know, that song just is incredible to me. It's the longest song on the album. It's over 7 minutes long, and it is so engaging from start to finish. That's the thing. This whole album is engaging from start to finish. This album is just, to me, golden from start to finish. Clockworks is good, but the one thing that stands out to me is that every song just instantly stood out to me as like, I'm going to remember this song, and I'm going to probably remember where I was the first time I heard this song. That type of stuff. That, you have a very special record when you feel that way, Monstro City blew me away the first time I heard it. That's probably the most fun song on the album. It really is. It's got such a groove and bounce to it. It's great. By the Ton, the fourth track, is probably one of the more challenging songs on the album. I think it is good, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't have as big of a hook as, say, a lot of the other songs do. But one thing that makes this album special is their production. They recorded this album live. In the studio, all band members playing at the same time, instead of recording in bits and pieces, really producing the shit out of it. Now, I think this album sounds really good in terms of production, in terms of tone, in terms of just quality. It still sounds very Meshuggah, very clean, like that. Very precise still, but at the same time, it does feel a little bit more raw. It feels a little bit more organic than most. It doesn't feel as clean as I would say Koloss did, but still sounds better than your average band. You could say, or better than their earlier albums in their career when they weren't as popular like that. But I think where the standout in that is in Jens Kidman's vocals. His vocals just sound so much more angry, so much more, pissed off and just wanting to fight something, he sounds more organic and just great. I like that. Vocals can be the one thing that can just be way too overproduced. You know, to me, you look at Whitechapel with their past two albums as having vocals that are just way too overproduced. I apologize with my throat's just this just feels good. I really wish and hope that Meshuggah takes this approach on every album they have in the future, because it works better. I think it just feels better. It's heavy. It's still great. It's still what you want from this band. Just cooler. I think having a little bit of a grittier, dirtier, not as clean sound just really pays off for the style that this band has, and it's great. Overall, I think this is a really, really good album. It is a monster. It is something that's special to me. It's special feeling to me, you know? The first time I heard it, it's just, your jaw just kind of drops. Like, wow. You know, this is so heavier. This groove is so good. Or listen to those vocals, just how much emotion is put into them. That type of stuff. It's great. I think from a songwriting standpoint, there's not a whole lot new here for Meshuggah. I don't think they really expanded and tried anything radically different. You know, this is tried and true, but it's just so well executed. It's so fucking good that, you know, you just love it, you know? I think Frederick Thorndale on guitars, and I want to get his name right, Martin Hagstrom, completely just kill it. I mean, there's those very just strange Meshuggah solos on here, man, that no one does it like Meshuggah. And you know, you listen to those solos and on their own, they probably don't sound good. You know, they don't. I'm sorry. As an outsider that doesn't know this band or doesn't know their style, I'd be like, what the hell is that? But it's so intriguing, and it fits so well with their music and the rhythms they have going on and the atmosphere that they build, that it just works. It just works. That's all you need to know. You don't have to think about it. It just works. You know? And it's cool. It's just well done. I like this album a lot. I think there's a lot of just instant classic Meshuggah tracks on here. I like this album more than Koloss. This is my favorite album since Obscene, but Koloss was the only album since Obscene as well. Yeah, check this album out, man. You won't be disappointed. 9 out of 10 for me. Meshuggah with the Violent Sleep of Reason. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.